Hello, this is Aubrey Bursch with Easy School Marketing. I'm excited you're here today with me because we're going to talk about print advertising. Should you do it? Is it worth it? What's your return on investment? Okay, so I really love this topic because it comes up so frequently in our small school leaders program and with my clients. They're kind of showing me their marketing budgets and saying, is it worth it to spend this much on print advertising? And so here's the deal. Sometimes print advertising serves you, sometimes it doesn't. And a lot of it has to do with like the goals you had in mind. So if you are a school with a hefty marketing budget and let's say there's this premier magazine that runs in your area and that's the place to be seen and all the private schools in the area do it, and so you're going to do it too, right? Just to kind of have that brand awareness and to make sure that you're seen, right? But there are other schools who don't have a hefty marketing budget, and to run a print advertising actually costs a great deal of money. And so they sit there and they look at it. Is it worth it? Is it not? And to those schools, even if your goal, let's say your goal is brand awareness, okay? So then the follow-up question is, what is the return on investment? Like if you're going to do print advertising for like brand awareness or to drive action to an open house or something, then you need to be able to say, what am I getting on the return on investment? And a couple of ways to kind of figure this out, because there really isn't a direct route, is to really look at putting on a unique landing page URL on your print advertising so you can track it that way. QR codes are making a big comeback, especially during COVID. So you could have a QR code that leads to a video from your head of school or something where you can track the data from the back end and see who's viewed. There are many different options that you can do to kind of figure out. You could put on your admissions page when they go to register for something, you could say, how do you hear about us? And you could include this print advertisement, like of wherever you ran it. There are many ways. But then when you have that information, it's sitting back and saying, was this actually worth it? Like we got 5 people to our open house and the ad cost like $3,000. Now let's say 2 of those people became, even one, became a paying family at your school, then yeah, I would say that's pretty worth it. Like if you spent $3,000, but let's say your tuition is $30,000, that's worth it, right? So it's all relative. And to say print advertising is dead is inaccurate. To say it works, it probably does work in some ways. You just have to be able to track it. You have to know, number 1, what is your goal? Number 2, if you have that goal, are you having the data to support it? So if your goal is to get registrants in your open house or brand awareness or something like that, how are you tracking that return on investment, right? So when you have all that information, then you can make a decision. Is this the best use of our funds? And if you're a small shop and you're looking at like the $3,000 print ad, and then you're looking at, wow, how far could $3,000 take me in digital advertising? Probably a lot further. So, you have to weigh the pros and cons to everything, right, in your marketing, and always rely on that data, please. All right, so I hope this was helpful. I'd love to hear from you. Are you still running print ads? How successful are they? And how are you tracking your return on investment? Thanks so much. I'd love to hear from you. Aubrey at easyschoolmarketing.com.